It's Monday 14th of June 2021. Hope you had a great weekend. Looking at the news today, no high priority news expected, just got a Chinese bank holiday. Euro Swissy is a chart of interest. Got a nice weekly level here of support and resistance. I'm going to assume it's going to come down and test that support again. Let's have a little look at the smaller time frame, dropping to the daily. You can see this level here of support which has been broken. Hopefully that'll come back and retest that zone, reject it, and we can look for a sell here down into this weekly level where we can then look for buys. So looking for, ideally, looking for that and then rejection, and then come and test it, and then maybe that. So you could look for a buy here, you could look for a sell here, and you could look for a buy here. So possibly 3 trades there depending on what you want to do. But the momentum is absolutely to the downside at the moment, so a rejection from here could be a very nice sell indeed. What else is interesting? Swiss yen might be a double top here, but certainly a range. It's a bit late in the day actually, but we've got this resistance here, support here, and that support looks nicer actually on the daily time frame, as you can see. Okay, because it's resistance here, broke, retested, pushed up into that resistance again, rejected. I assume it's going to come back and retest here. I had this smaller level inside the range, as you can see. This was a head and shoulders pattern, broke, retest, selling off. So that's currently selling off at the moment into that support. So we're going to see, are we going to break through that support, or are we going to bounce again? So that's something of interest. This has been, very, very bullish for a while, but how long is it going to go on for? That is the question. So I am looking for this to come back into this level, and then we're either going to bounce. Okay, so you want to see if we get a daily close below or not, but looking for shorts, and then it's either going to bounce, or we're going to have a daily close below and then look for that trade there. But this has been going on for quite a while, this particular one. Let's just have a look at the weekly. Very nice impulse, but no real correction, as you can see. This is a decent correction after a long move. Had a long move, so I'm expecting a correction at least like this, or it could possibly even be the end of the trend. There's a resistance here at 124 where it could be heading at the end of the day, but there's also here, look, resistance, resistance, resistance. So if it did correct, it could correct down into 118.65. So I'm interested to see what happens within this box range. Do we break out, or do we bounce, and then perhaps we could be moving up to 124. Let's have a look at Kiwi CAD. I was looking at this last week, although it in the end it stopped me out for break even. Actually pulled back to my entry, but still looking at the same thing, which is a long on Kiwi CAD. Got this downtrend here. This is actually, I'll drag this across. This is support, as you can see. So we've had a bounce there, bounce there. I'm looking at this as an impulse correction, bullish correction. So ideally looking for this to break out now. Break out of this correction, maybe a small correction there, and then up to either that trend line, or we may actually come back into, sorry guys, that's really scruffy, into this resistance here, because it's a range playing out. But I am looking for the breakout. I'm looking for longs on Kiwi CAD. Okay, I'm looking for this as a bullish correction. So we'll see if that plays out. Anything else? Gold. I like gold, but I want to see it do something particular. Actually, it's pulling back very, very nicely, which is ideal because I'm looking for that pullback before I'm looking for longs. So weekly, we have a bullish correction after this bullish move here, broken out of the bullish correction, pulling back now because I want to see a correction before I go long, and I've spotted this resistance. I was ideally looking for price to come into that resistance there, which also matched up with the top of the channel. May not happen exactly like that, but I'd certainly be looking for this resistance line to be tested, only because it's tested it once, twice, 3 times, could be 4 times there. Buyers come in there, that could be a nice buy setup, and I've got it around 1830, but just keep your eye on this trend line, because if we see buyers come in from there, then that could be a great buy as well. Have a look, see what you think, do your own analysis, and make a decision. Are you a buyer or are you a seller, or do you want to stay out of the market? You know, you can be you can do one of 3 things. Anyway, that's it from me, guys. So a few charts to look at for a Monday. Let's see what sets up, and I will catch you tomorrow. Bye for now.